Jigten 나가 가볼때 보야래 나는 지금 나가 지금 수리 공부지 가본 대부분 사 지금마다 받은 주요에 그래서는 가상내도 생도 레모 지속세 가가 고마하게 나와주고 나가 경고 부분 다만지 내내 우선 나가다는 근데 시작하기 이제는 genellikle Mandala piyagi denemedo toda uçuyorsun, seçimde yerleri de kamu işçiliği yazılıyor, jensen jela, tüm samalı ve mutluce, jübile söyledim, mutluları. Daha önce kariyerinde yakın çeken bir kavga, aneci tamam oluşu, çelomne tamam peki oluşu var. Sahne sabır ki tamam bir konu çeşitli peki bana sun çeşitli tamam biraz juşa. 나와서라 이러면 강가지기 뻥이기 나도 제가 명감인데 굳이 체주야기 내려지는 지금 재산도 속에 내리는데 강원진도 장사를 제라 주야기 재산으로 상황하고 강가 토가 이어가자마자 제를 가리니까 토가 나면서 대지선 통해 제를 자체대로 나면서 주야기 이마 최세기 안린 레서베기 안린 성기 안린 제에서 말인데도 도자주의 그래서 나와서 생각도 현재의 야타로만 주의 최세 안린 당고 내일 기운가게 현재의 그때 남편이 있다가 예전 선언과 이야기하는 그때 하느님이가 가길 남에 걸어 공기생활 공동서가 최세 아리 선바 정권 상담이 그때 남편의 공적 빼고 야표로만 자가 아린 당고라 긴골 공직 아린 이바라 긴골 공라 부처동안 아린 수바라 공라 마주 제스를 주기와 비제라 저들에게 아린 무슨 마찬가지로 도자주행이 내가 소리 제가 해나게 가장 좁아도 좁을까 보다 방도 다섯 번한 게 কিন্তু বডি যাতে না যে সরে দিতে না যাই সভা আমাদের তাঙ্গো কাজে না যে ফলন কাম তাতে তাঙ্গো নাগে সেরা প্রজেরা Mesor kawan potential chances ni. Tapi kalau itu nanti kontrol jelek kita lah ya karena. Sumgon Sumgon ni. Dijela, anda coba dan coba ini nak lukuk syada kalau jadi lagi longnya orang kuigi coba sana ada, coba dan coba ini jendu sana ada, jadi sih kalau yang ada dosa boleh jiwa ada, ane coba ini kalau anda lukuk ini nama ada lagi, ini kan ada sih perang, jadi kalau kalau show begini yang sama lagi, sahaja soya di, jadi bukan berapa cuci, ini sombi kalau masuk tu sebelum jiwa ada, anda di sombi kalau ada ni kan ada si juji dahulu, anda tahu Jigten Sumgon bagi, akan ada si nampak anda beri kalau sesuatu di naya di, ada tu sebelum cuci, ini sombi tanggal nombor si joy ada. Ani sombi tanggal nombor jauh besar, ini nama si mana si hewan sedang, si khasum lah, ani si jemur si jadi orang lagi, orang nama sedang kalau ada nama tampun nama siapa jadi, lagi nama itu sombi anggotan nibadi, jadi nama itu sudah di jendu berita, sekarang kalau dia tujuh lagi nama orang itu sesuatu Gombaci bagi begini ada, jangan kita itu mau jadi tahu ini ada, kalau di mana itu lawan sahabat, ane sih kita jawab nanti kita pada soal suyu ini kalau sahabat ini jika orang jadi bagus jadi, so ane tangguh di jadi di jagung kaki di yakso nasi apa jadi jadi 그래서 아니 거기 유민라 나서 생기고 네 생모마라 텐진이고 지금까지 공공사를 우리 공백이 산다들이자 세라 텐진이고 지금까지 공공사를 나와 주변에 텐진이 거래자 저랑 공기 कुछ ऐसे मौत की लेना है, बहुत ही बड़ी जाना है, जैसे नाते में ना या जगह पर होना चाहिए। 보내줬다. 좋아. 그러니까 내년 매월이나 그래서 지갑 내가는 나는 야채 제마 보다도 제가 그래서 제이 송 안된 문제가지 이 송진이가 가부시바 지된 거고 제출 대학에 강사들한 대를 통해 공기 제선지 디나샤 아니 공기 제가 고이 칠레가서 공백이 제가 대공까지 위고마 공기 제가 고이 칠레가서 공백이 제가 대공까지 위고마 어디를 샤차가데 파티 나와는데 그래서 수마들이 강순철이라고 도망가는 시 상승계열의 당대 수기권에 저거 당송계열의 당주기비 포함해 리나샤 아니 리나기비 나서까지 남의 도로당기 행복부족이라 행복부족이라야
So there's this book that maybe some of you have received, and in that book there is compositions, and so now there is basically an like a reward given for those authors of these compositions. So here we have an image of Jigten Sumgon before us, with very good quality. Everyone knows the benefit of this image. He's actually offered many images to many Jigten Kagyu monasteries. He's been very kind to the Jigten Kagyu monastery. He's also a great scholar. So he also he was so kind to offer for this occasion a Jigten Sumgon image. So he really created this really excellent image of Jigten Sumgon that is really made of finest qualities, and we are very grateful and would like to say thank you to Kunchok Tempe. So please step forward.
就是做从唐卡的大师，他就敦促颠达到前面来，然后呢，他是通过壤垂呢是代表整个国际鞠躬卡吕佛那个协会呢来感谢他。
Please give him a hand.
컨셉을 자기는 담는
People behind there seem to be tired. Nobody's clapping behind. Everyone give him a hand.
리젤라 그나마도 관심이라 지원하는 되게 그런 친구들이 최고 그래서 서울까지
So that we were able to host this 800th anniversary actually is due to the contribution of any size of anyone who has contributed. So it's really due, as a result of all your great efforts.
가장 가서 tornegi andaci dawachikan seger nadan
Also, they were working on the dormas for a month and a half. So there were groups of 4 and so on, many different monks anyways who were working together a month and a half tirelessly on these dormas and all of these other offerings arranged in the shrine. So we have like the Buddha Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, Tilopa, Naropa and so on. We have the image of all of these masters on those dormas here, and so they arranged it really properly and authentically. So first we had a plan to have 3 levels of like of ranking for those who made offerings. So to rank those who made offerings, again as before, we will award them with prizes of 100,000, 75,000, and 50,000. So that was the initial plan, but then that plan was changed. So anyways, it was decided to not to do that. So it's better. Anyways, the final conclusion was that it's better to give them a reward altogether without ranking the quality of the dormas that they made. Maybe it's not necessary to make a competition of who makes the better dormas. So we thought then, we decided in the end that it would be better to give them the same award for their hard work. So Dojo Loben Dondro was the main like supervisor of those dorma makers. So we would like to ask him to step forward to take the reward on behalf of all the monks who helped with dorma making. And also all of the Sangha and those who have helped with like putting up this entire like shrine, the dormas. So the dormas are really excellent. They're really wonderful. So first, there has not been a tradition of actually awarding the masters that have arranged a shrine, because there has not been a tradition of doing that before. but we really were amazed about the results of the dormers are really incredible and magnificent, and so we would really therefore highlight this accomplishment of making wonderful dormers, and thank you.
以外的这些人呢，来帮忙，所以呢，感谢他们。
And so then finally, so we also would like to thank everyone who has supported this commemoration of the 800th anniversary. Anyone who has come or who has encouraged others to come or who has supported us, also from a worldly perspective, the Indian government and so on. In any case, anyone who has participated and donated or contributed in any way to this, we would like to thank you very much. So from the, on behalf of the International Jigten Sumgon Council, we would like to thank you. So we have received 5 million rupees, over 5 million rupees in donations.
来感谢，就是说那个感谢这些就是说帮忙超过500万的这些功德主，
And also,
感谢。
and so now there's a whole list of donors who have offered various offerings, monetary and also other offerings. And so Kempo will now read the names of each of those benefactors. So in any case, we are thanking for a total of 5 million in donations, and so each of the names will be recited. There's first Ayang Rinpoche who offered 1,100,000 altogether. Yeah, so on top of that, they have received how do you calculate that? Namdru Rinpoche. So Ayang Rinpoche given over 11 million rupee in rupees, yeah, in rupees. Yeah. Then Namdru Rinpoche. Yeah, Namdru Rinpoche also 10 million. And then Gyabche Sengye Tenzin Rinpoche. 8 million.
800万。
Next, Gyabche Gache Rinpoche.
처음에 달에 제가
5,600,000. Jigten Sumgon Rinpoche,
阿里仁波切提供了800万的资金。
8 million.
Wieder bekommen. Ein Set von Statue von Körperdivision und seinen zwei Hauptzielern.
Then Gyabche Bumang Rinpoche, 5 million. Next is Gyabche Chitsab Rinpoche had offered 5 million. So these were the special thanks, special donations. Then also we have received many donations from other monks and around the entire Jigten Kagyu lineage. And it is due to all your donations and your help that we were able to host this celebration. So now we were able to join together with His Holiness Jigten Rinpoche for this last day of the commemoration of the 800th anniversary. So at the end, we ask His Holiness to offer a few words of advice. So perfect auspiciousness to everyone. The founder of the Jigten Kagyu lineage, Jigten Sumgon Ratna Shri, has been 800 years since he passed into parinirvana. So now we are commemorating his parinirvana. So ever since several years, it has taken several years to prepare for this. So in any case, for many years and for a very long time, Holiness has heard that the monastery and many other centers and the monks and so on, day and night. We're actually working very hard to organize this event. The Jigten Kagyu Council and so forth. So everyone who has contributed and worked so hard, I would like to say, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to them in the very beginning. So I've already said quite a bit before, so that nothing much to say. I will just give a few brief words. So on this 800th anniversary of Jigten Sumgon's parinirvana, everyone has supported with in whichever way they were able to afford. People have made these donations, and people have contributed their knowledge, their learning when it comes to arranging the offerings and so on. All of this has come together. So I'm extremely grateful. Also, I rejoice in all of these contributions very much. As Buddhist practitioners, we engage in practice. We listen, we reflect, and we meditate on the Dharma with the goal to tame our own mind stream. The 84,000 different Dharma teachings are for the purpose of taming the 84,000 different afflictive emotions within one's own mind stream. So many practitioners and scholars have emerged ever since, and I'm very rejoiced in that. And still, so we should not think that now that's enough. We should not feel satisfied with that. We should think that we should be inspired, encouraged to continue with these practices. So when we think about the entire Tibet, so if we were to gather all of the different fields of knowledge in the world, and then our knowledge is only a very small portion of that. It is, for example, when we think about the different sciences and fields of learning. So maybe we have not gained much depth in that and in culture and so on, but maybe in the future we can continue to develop that. So we should not lose our courage. And so if you really have the qualities in your mind, then you would never actually display any forms of arrogance or pride. In the Sakya's words of advice, it says, so a master with great learning, actually their qualities will never be reflected on the outside. So you can know whether or not one is really a great master by seeing whether or not one tries to display good qualities. There's many people who are arrogant and who try to display their qualities, and that actually is a sign that there's nothing inside, that they're only inflated, that inside there are no qualities, because those who have great qualities will never show them on the outside. Also in the same text it says, so it says they're a real great master. He will never express their good qualities. So if you were to test them, basically, then a real great master will actually know that what's really inside will reveal itself. When Rinpoche Holiness was in New York before, there was a famous person. So he brought Holiness to see another friend. At that time, Holiness didn't really know much English. So he asked him many questions. He was really actually a great master. He's quite famous in the world. So then we're talking. But then when asking questions, then he cannot give a straight answer, but he can talk around the topic, but very eloquently. But he cannot actually hit the point, hit the essence, and really give a precise, direct answer. So he can. So that actually is a sign that one might be inflated.